Hold the L, cause tis the season time, so we just go ho. It's your favorite Black Santa back again, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Now come on in, please hold your applause, cause we are making moves.
And thanking God.
Welcome. It is December the 11th.
All day.
Wednesday, baby.
Wednesday. New
And
time.
hey, guess what?
Earlier.
You are here. We are here to the most entertainingly unentertained host of. I'm freestyling this all month.
Don't worry about it, baby.
All month. I'm not doing the intro all month because
Right.
we're gonna start a new one next. We got 2 shows left.
Right.
It's this show,
And then one more.
and then the next show,
Right.
and then I'm going on vacation. Now, I don't know what you doing.
You're going on vacation.
But I'm going on a well-deserved vacation.
Am I going on vacation with you? Or?
You just gonna have some time off. I mean, the office gonna be closed.
Right.
So you just ain't going. I mean, I don't know.
So I'm still waiting on my Christmas bonus to come into the mail. I mean, because I still get,
I'm checking on that right now.
Are you looking right now
let me
to
just
find
check.
exactly how much you're going to pay me?
I'm
A
checking
percentage.
on the
I
bonus.
think standard is
You said
25%.
You said Christmas bonus.
X-Mass bonus.
Let's
X-Mass.
see here.
Right, you still looking?
Yeah. Hold on.
Man, I thought you'd be more technologically
Homely,
adept.
organically
Right.
fabricated, culturally uncultured, specifically unspecified, unradio podcast of No, I'm Right. With your 2 dudes in the building, Mr. Black Santa himself, LA runs Dallas, and I'm flanked by my favorite elf. My favorite number 2.
Right.
That is Nathan Havens Dad?
Price.
Right.
Right. The Impossible Kid. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Havens
chef.
Dad.
Lowercase c, capital
Right.
H. Elf.
Lowercase c, capital H-E-F. Sahef. Sahef.
That's what he is.
Okay.
And we apathetically implore you to tune in every Wednesday at 7.
Not 8.
Not 8. 7 p.m.
Wait a minute. Is it Eastern Standard Time? Is that
That's going to be Central, sir.
Central?
We recognize Central first.
Okay.
So we from that, that downside, that Central Coast, that
Third
dirty
coast.
side. No, I'm talking about
Third Coast. Grab
indeed.
your glass
Third
and make a toast.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? The South Side.
South side. For
yeah.
real. Right.
Here he is again, man, with show number 28.
28. I keep saying it, but who would have thought back many, many moons ago,
That's the way back.
as I hearken back to a time, a much younger Impossible Kid, an Impossible infant, if you will.
They still had stage coaches at that time.
Yeah, they did have wagon wheels.
Native Americans running around.
Right. Back when I started.
Like they stereotype the Native Americans doing that.
Yeah. Don't know if they even did that.
I doubt that they ever did that.
Well, you did it.
You can't
Everybody
trust.
saw it, so.
You can't trust Columbus and his boys. They don't tell him what. Hey, the record books is full of all kinds of BS with
Right.
them. They didn't even discover America.
No, they were already here.
Matter of fact, they actually discovered a big rock in the middle of the ocean and was like, oh man, the ship is damaged. Let's just go over to that place over there.
Is that how it worked?
That's probably how it actually went
I
down.
didn't remember reading that in
the
in
Native
history
Americans
class.
was probably like, bring y'all over here if you want to keep living because y'all
Right.
thinking. That's probably what really happened.
And then they brought smallpox and
all that other stuff.
Right, yeah.
And called it something else. Ain't no telling.
Right, they did. No, but just saying, a long time ago we started this, and we're at the end of the year. 1 show left. Didn't think I would make it.
No one did.
I know.
The ratings show.
The ratings
no
showed.
one did.
The feedback was conclusive.
Right.
Saying, why is that guy here week after week? But no, I'm just happy to still be here. Happy to enjoy the show once a week with a good friend of mine. And, if I don't get to see you next week, just in case my check doesn't show up and, you don't show up.
Or in case that guy been putting in for to be the co-host.
All right, yeah, the guy, yeah. His background check comes back. Right. 6 and 7.
Man, I'm thankful. Mm-hmm. I'm thankful for all this. It's the season of giving thanks.
That's right.
Tis in the season for good jolly.
What is tis short for?
T.I. is. I'm telling it like it T.I. is.
You said tis the season. So what is tis short for?
Well, in the hood language,
right.
tis means like what it is. Like, it ain't no question.
Right, okay.
You know, currently.
We'll go with that.
Right now.
Sure.
Don't look over right here.
Right here.
That's what it means.
Not there.
No, not there.
But here.
Right here.
Right
exactly.
here.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's what tis means.
Okay, so 'tis the season.
Yeah.
I thought you had more than that.
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
just 'tis the season forgiven.
That's it. It's
All
tis.
right, so we're going to exchange gifts next week?
Yeah.
Right.
Next week, Chinese New Year. Yeah, for sure.
All right, Chinese New Year's next week. Okay. I feel like in October. So anyway, but that is a fancy looking shirt you're wearing.
Done we now.
Done. Our gay
apparel, baby. Check out your Know I'm Right. This is a players only exclusive.
Oh, wait a minute.
Players only.
Even the non-play, the bench warmers get the
right.
ring too.
Yeah.
Hey,
Let me get my breakaways on. Right.
Hey, the bench warmers get a ring too.
Right. Every bench. Yeah, they do. Yeah. The water boy, towel guy,
general manager,
the dude that mops the floor. Right.
All of them get rings.
They all get rings. Absolutely. It's good to be a part of a team.
But guess what, folks? Don't be shaded. Don't be mad. Please don't be mad because guess what? You Know I'm Right holiday shirts are still available to purchase. Limited quantities remaining. We told you these boys going to be limited.
How much are they
again? Festive green.
Festive green.
And it comes in holiday red.
Holiday red and festive green.
Y'all better check it out, man.
Listen.
And it is on sale.
For...
See, my co-host don't know how,
I'm trying to make a turn.
He over there Grinch. He making the Grinch green, okay?
Right.
But that ain't what I'm doing, okay?
What are you doing?
I'm doing a special. I'm bringing back Black Friday special one more again. You can get two for $40.
No, you cannot. It's a special disclosure from the Impossible Kids side of the show that you cannot get two shirts for $40. You can get two shirts for $70 because they're $35 a piece.
Make sure that to avoid his taxes,
my taxes,
you reach out to me on knowimright100@gmail.com.
I will be intercepting all emails.
In the subject, LA's Black Santa special.
Right, just call me Russia. I'll
because
be intercepting
that's the
all
only
emails that come through. Because we will not be giving out two shirts for $40.
That is the only way that you'll be able to bypass him to get to me.
Right.
Make sure you do it. knowimright100@gmail.com.
This looks fantastic.
Hey, I'm just saying, I do this thing, so let me just show
you do right
that for the first purchase tonight, you will get a bonus.
You are just giving this
shirt.
Why don't you give him a bonus?
Undercutting up with LA Season 1 T, baby. Okay? Hey,
so
not just two
shirts.
Giving.
Not just two shirts.
Not just two shirts.
You get three shirts.
For
what?
For $40.
Oh my goodness.
That's it. Just $40. You can't even go buy stocking stuffers.
Okay. So
like that for $40. But you're getting three limited edition.
I'm a numbers guy, so 40.
I'm just saying. 8 minutes in the show when I done gave up
everything. 40 divided by 3 is $13 a shirt.
Look at that steal, baby.
$13.33.
What are you waiting for?
Am I going to make a profit on these shirts or something?
We
paid more than that per shirt.
Sir, we didn't do anything. So what you speaking French now?
Right. I meant the royal we. Right. Okay.
8 minutes in the show, baby. So
9 minutes into the show. Oh, it's 7:29. Hold on a second, brother. Hold on. So
I'm just doing the time.
Right, you're 7:29. So
I'm just doing the time check.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Let's make sure.
Sir, what? Nathan, sir.
Right on time.
I'm sorry. What the hell?
Sorry about that, man. I am intermittently fasting, so I have an 8-hour window that I can eat food in. So I started eating today.
You are what?
Intermittent fasting. So at 11:30. No, I can't do that because I got to swallow it and it's got to be in my system before 7:30. So that way I can fast for 16 hours. I'm on a 16-8 split. Yes, because I'm trying to lose weight. Some of us aren't blessed with whatever it is you're blessed with and have to try to work hard to lose weight. So also, as I said before, I'm doing the Spartan races, so I'm trying to get healthy. So I'm intermittent fasting.
So does this losing weight, it helps for the looks of your body and all that, right?
Yeah. That and lifting, working out.
So does
exercise.
What will
regular
it
exercise.
take to fix
There's something broken?
face of yours? Like, does that fasting help
you hear that? Did you hear that, Patricia? You walked right into that. You heard.
I'm just trying to understand.
So
I just said because I've seen a meme of a monkey dressed up in the suit and decked down, but guess what? He was still a monkey.
Still a monkey.
I'm trying to figure
glasses
it out.
on, everything.
Yeah,
it's getting real deep. No, but there's nothing that can fix perfection. So,
which you was looking behind.
I was
yourself.
looking right. Sure, that's what it is.
Yeah.
No, I was intermittently fasting, so I'm hoping to lose some weight for the holidays. Eating all that heavy bacon and butter-rich foods and things we have going on.
Our ancestors proudly have instilled in us to eat every time these types of seasons.
No. We as a people, we just started to put a whole bunch of butter and cheese and milk and all the kind of things in our food just because we wanted to taste better.
Thank you,
Paula Dean. Right. Yeah. No, we're not shouting at Paula.
Hey,
no, we don't do that.
No. Paula done made up for it. There's
right.
a lot of them that ain't.
Right.
Paula done made up for it.
Well, but she cooks well. Like she makes barbecue. What I was eating is not the healthiest thing in the world. I was eating some smoked beans from a place on the street where I got some food. By the way, I want to say something. Shout out to the barbecue place where I got the food from. I won't say the name because y'all ain't paid me yet. But
can't even get sponsored.
But when I walked in to the place, and you'll be happy to hear this, the young lady behind the counter gave me a hey. Gave me a complimentary, hey, how you doing? I was like, I'm doing fine. How about yourself? She's like, ooh, you came in here before. Don't you look nice? I said, yeah, I do. Thank you for noticing that. So I wanted to put out, right, you gonna vomit us? You gonna be sick?
I was just wondering.
Right. How a woman could compliment an attractive man?
No. I was more so wondering what play was she rehearsing for?
Oh, she was rehearsing
that
the play.
She just happened to walk in on, or
she was rehearsing.
Or what phone call, FaceTime conversation with her?
She wanted. Listen, first of all, she wanted a piece. Let's just throw it out there how it is. She wanted
cake of
chocolate
pizza
souffle is what she wanted. This light and fluffy and airy chocolate gentleman that sits before you is what she wanted a piece of.
Oh my God, what?
She wanted all of this chocolatey goodness, okay?
She
would listen. I was a fountain and she was a marshmallow. She wanted to dip.
Anything, you were definitely leftover Halloween candy. But I ain't gonna say nothing about a souffle. Matter of fact, let me give y'all a gift so we can cut this story just short. So we can introduce some guests on the show. And have guests.
Okay.
So they can take part of this tomfoolery that we got going on for sure.
Who's Tom?
By the
chocolate fountain. The chocolate fountain. The holiday chocolate fountain.
That's
my new nickname.
Dilly dally over there.
The chocolate fountain.
I'd like to welcome.
My cup runneth over.
Your cup is running all the way over.
Right.
Eggnogging a little early.
Right.
So let's bring on to the show
our guests.
First, from the Healing Tea Talk, we gonna give a shout out to Miss.
Get it right.
Mira. Miss.
A mirror into your soul.
A mirror to the soul to heal you, Miss Mira.
Miss Mira.
And welcoming back to the show for her second appearance.
Reappearance
from Mrs. Lashley Lovely Ambrielle.
The Lash Palace.
What's going on? Yeah.
La Chalice. I'm not sure.
Hello, ladies.
We're doing well. How are you guys doing? Great. Good to see y'all again. First time meeting Mira. It is a pleasure having you here with us. I feel your spirit as you're in the room. It's a lot. You have a beautiful smile, very bright.
That smile is kind of like a calling card. Like she belongs on one of those Walmart, frames you get right before you put your family picture in there.
Yeah, like your other family.
Yeah. The one that you would not be a part of. The ugly,
Sure.
She's part of the good-looking family. Like,
see, here's what I was gonna do. We were gonna start the show a little negative, but I was gonna once we introduce the guests, we're gonna keep it positive. Warm it up. Right. So she has resting angel face because she is sitting there. No, stop it. It's the holiday season. Tiz. Let me tiz. Stop it and let me tiz.
Let him continue.
Let me tiz. Right. Because her go-to face, I want you to know her go-to face when she's waiting for you to finish speaking or talking is like that. That's it. She just kind of sitting there like with a smile on her face. She just sitting there like, You know, she's positive.
Power of
But
Christ.
look at the resting
Power of Christ.
the resting Grinch face we got right here though. That's the difference. Right. I'm just saying.
Suck it up.
I'm just saying.
Slurp-tastic.
And let me pat
Souffle of
chocolate, the holiday
I
fountain.
can't even say it. FCC.
Chocolate fountain of truth, whatever you want to. Chocolate fountain of good. I'll get it later. And then we have Ambrielle, who always comes in lash-tastic, whipping, head laid. Look, got the smile, just as luscious. Chocolate dropped.
All I can hear is
Right.
all I can hear is Wayne's verse. I like them long, gray, big, red. That's all I hear. I wish I could every girl in the world. That's all I hear when you talking.
I'm sorry that I am trying to be a good host.
One ugly grandma behind the counter at a barbecue joint say,
Right.
"Hey, nigga, you kind of
First
good."
of all-
and then all of a sudden, here you go thinking you
I
get
really
Mac.
hope she's not watching and you called her.
Then you
Right.
then you come
It
over
was-
here.
Really?
See,
nigga,
first of all, it was two
nigga,
people.
Mac Daddy
You didn't let me
all
finish
over
my
there.
story. It was two
Oh,
people
it's two,
because
yeah.
it was the one behind the
numbers
register.
gonna keep growing.
And then, it's gonna be 3 tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna listen. They getting all my money. What are you talking about? It's gonna be 3 tomorrow. So yeah, and there's a lady behind there serving the food as well. I just want to. I didn't want to throw it out there, but you shortchanging me talking about one grandma.
She did too. That's why
Right,
she was
shortchanged me.
smiling all
Right.
that.
She was like, count this money wrong.
She said, "Hey, cutie.
Right,
Here's,
right.
Okay, $10 your change. Here's your $5."
Right, absolutely. Listen, compliments worth $1 million. Don't worry about that. Maybe have you coming here floating, feeling
Miss
good,
Mira,
ready for your nonsense.
I'm getting sick.
Uh-oh.
And I need some healing tea talk from all this malarkey this young man is.
Okay.
So can you give us some more details on how you can help heal me?
First of all, give us a little bit of background. Just a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, first, thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate that. So my channel, Healing Tea Talk, really is sort of a facetious spin on tea, right?
Yeah.
Which is basically information. So my purpose in creating my channel is really new. I just started this in April. I started my YouTube channel in April of this year.
Okay.
And so
And something else special started in April of this year.
Yeah, I was born April 9th, 1980.
It's a little show a guy came up with, a genius.
You see how we asked you for background, and
handsome
then the
black
show
Santa.
started
I'm
talking
just
about
saying
him?
how much we have in common, Myra, is that you started your show in April, and our show that I built started in April as well.
That's
That's-
miraculous.
this is classic narcissism.
That's it. Thank you.
Yes.
Finally somebody on the show that can say the word that I've been saying for many, many
Who's
weeks.
narcissism? Where can I find him? I hear that a lot. I don't know what the guy
Look
is.
in the mirror.
Starts with a green Santa hat with a white
Hey, I'm
ball
just
on.
Right,
trying to
right.
say, you know,
Yeah.
I'm just trying
Right.
to hey, get to the other side. You
Yeah,
know?
narcissism.
Right.
Started
You know what I'm saying? Some of us have hair to flip, right, Nathan? I think 3 of us on the show has some hair to. Okay,
Why
go
does it
ahead,
seem-
Myra. I'm
you hear
sorry.
that?
Oh,
Go
no.
ahead,
You
Myra.
hear the negativity?
Continue, Myra. I'm sorry.
So the channel is really new. And so Healing Tea is just a spinoff of speaking positive things.
Right.
You know, the channel is a tarot channel.
Okay.
Which is a little bit different, right?
Right.
And so my angle is to get information, offer intuitive guidance to people from the Holy Spirit, which is a little different from a lot of tarot people, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it
I
sounds
make
like
my
a little
foundation,
witchcraft
yeah,
going on,
and I
right?
didn't even really realize that. My journey was a little different. I come from a very traditional Christian background.
Okay.
And stumbled into it. The story is kind of interesting, but stumbled into some metaphysical things in December of last year, and just the channel that I stumbled on offered some guidance that was spot on, and so I was like, wow, this is a skill that I want to learn.
Okay.
But I do make a distinction because the guidance that I get, I do not deny my Christian foundation. So
Right.
I still definitely embrace my Christianity, and I pray before I do readings and things like that. And so my guidance comes from the Holy Spirit. I don't know what other people do,
Right.
but my guidance comes from the Holy Spirit.
So you would say that the tarot reading is just a way for you to use that as a vehicle to express people's
really is.
readings.
It's a tool. It's
yeah,
a tool.
it's just something to help. It doesn't really say I believe in these things are these?
Yeah,
on the
cards
card?
are cards. They
Right.
are tangible. They
Right.
have no power.
Somebody made that card. Right. Some
Exactly.
blasphemous
They are
heathen
produced.
made that card. Right.
Right, and then you go sprinkle some Jesus on it and say, "Hey, I got this."
Right.
I do. I
We
bring
need to
life
sprinkle some
into
Jesus
that,
on
right?
him. Right.
So I bring life to those cards, right?
Right.
And it really is. I've seen it be. Here's what I'll say: in tradition Christendom or charismatic faith, people just walk up to you a lot of times and say, I have the gift of prophecy.
Right.
And you should believe me when I say, I just feel the Lord
Right.
saying that you're going to be prosperous.
Yeah.
So it's really general and vague, right?
Right. Sure.
But what I found though with tarot, there are a lot of people, it's a doorway to really get people to understand, one, healthy relationships, healthy approaches to life. So I try to incorporate very practical things. My background is in life coaching, career counseling, and advising. So
Okay.
I've had a really long career. I'm a lot older than you probably think I am, but probably 25 to 30 years.
Can't be any older than Nathan. But
in higher ed, I am.
He loves me. I just want everybody to know that. He may say all this other stuff, but he loves me.
I am. I'm
Go ahead.
48. I just
You're
turned 48.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. And so
4 years younger.
I use that background to really just incorporate those principles and techniques and life skills into everyday life for people who watch my channel. So it's really just to be a blessing to people is what my intention.
And that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you are, you're taking the positive spin on spilling the tea. Because when we talk about spilling the tea, of course, that's going to be negative. It's going to be salacious. It's going to be some problems and issues. And you're taking the route of it being a positive thing. And,
Yes.
and you're sprinkling, like it's so eloquently put, sprinkling some Jesus onto the cards.
He's in everything.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Even the card maker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He gave that guy the blessings of understanding. I need to make cards that
Right.
give people, false hope, but then I'm gonna have Myra come through
Right.
and correct all it up real
And
quick.
she's going to explain it to us and let us know what that
I
is.
do try to explain it. So I am, and I am, I do believe that the God that we were presented as Christians is much bigger and larger than maybe we understand. So I do believe that all of the elements, air, fire, water, earth, all of those things matter. I think that nature matters, and our ancestors absolutely matter, right?
Sure.
And so with that, all of that comes into play with how our lives are lived. And so if people are trying to understand synchronicities, or if they start seeing a sequence of numbers over and over and over again, there have been things
Then they
that
crazy.
no.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
They're not.
this is a little numerology involved in it as well.
It's a little bit of everything. Numerology, astrology. I am by no means an expert.
Biology.
Psychology,
Physiology.
and philosophy.
Schizophrenia.
Heterology.
I'm sorry, what? Okay, I don't know what that is.
I don't even
Okay, so I don't know.
Child psychology.
Child psychology. Right.
Totally different
Right.
branch. Yeah.
So you, Ambrielle, I just wanted to say,
Don't touch her.
I did.
You touched it.
I did
You tried
not.
to touch
I
it.
did not.
You made a touching motion.
What I was doing was that I was
In this Me Too climate,
I was
please
touching
watch your
her
hands,
aura.
sir.
First of all,
I don't
these
need
hands
you running my
are
guests off the
these
shelf.
hands
You know
are
what?
Me
Don't
Too
even
certified.
start on that whole Me Too
These hands are Me Too certified. I was
Oh, they're Me Too certified?
certified. Listen.
So you certified in touching women who
No.
don't want their
They
hands
are
on you?
certified
You know
in the
that don't
realm of
surprise
not
me.
having-
That's why the type of women that
See how
you
clean
like
his hands?
is the color they is.
Right.
Because they
hear
okay
that?
with all
You
that.
hear that?
They okay with all that.
You know what?
For the record,
This
What
one
color
totally
is that?
as you were.
as I were, I was admiring her aura. So that's why I was in
I
this
bet you was
direction.
admiring some horror.
I was
thinking
here.
she's a horror or something. I don't know. That ain't what she
I
is.
didn't say anything
so you
like
keep
that.
your hands to
I was
yourself.
going to say that, being here and hearing the negativity coming out of his mouth, it must be nice. Because last time you were here, there was a lot of venom and vitriol being spat out from both sides. But now you have someone here is more positive and helpful in that regard. And I know we're all going to ask. I know you get it all the time. We're all going to ask our sign and what they mean, and as far as the time of year and things that happen like that. What is your astrological sign, Ambrielle?
I am through and through a Capricorn.
Through and through a Capricorn?
All right now.
Nice way to add extra words.
Right. That's important with a talk show.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So,
Says the number 2.
right. The support, if you will. The foundation.
Yeah.
So yeah, just saying something like that. I am a Aries.
Okay.
LA
and Aries use the A, so it would
LA
be,
is
I'm
it?
a Aries. I'm
I said
Aries.
That's what I said.
No,
LA.
you absolutely did not.
Let's run the tape back.
Oh, we can run the tape. I am a Aries. I am a Aries. I am a Aries. Yeah, that's how it's gonna sound.
You done?
Yeah,
Right.
go ahead.
LA is an imbecile.
Oh, now you know how.
I said it right.
Good job.
Thank you. Actually, I think LA is a Libra.
I'm in Virgo.
You're in Virgo.
I'm in Virgo.
In Virgo. Right. So, and you said that you are a
I am a Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Okay, I don't know.
She could have said anything. You are.
Right. That's right. Form up.
We stick together.
Right. Y'all are.
I'm a
form up.
pescatarian. Girl.
I like fish too. Yeah, I like fish too. Get it, girl.
Somebody might not even know what that is, and it's like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too. The Me Too movement, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's exactly what the Me Too movement.
I'm a lastitician, girl.
Yeah, right.
Wait.
Well, yeah. So we all have the positive nature. So I wanted to ask you, Ambrielle, how are things going in the lash world? Are you still making boss moves? Because last time you came on the show, you were saying that all those other girls that are just lastiticians, but you are the lastitician teacher.
Right.
I don't know if I said all that.
Yeah.
But
You were
We got the tape.
poo-pooing on them.
We got the tape.
You were poo-pooing on them.
You was big boss. You was Lizzo in them. You was
Yeah.
Lizzo in them.
Whoa. Oh. Facts.
Oh, that's not
You
nice.
was Lizzo in all
He
over.
was saying you had your butt cheeks.
That's
Oh, is that what that is?
yeah.
That's
That's
not
exactly what
nice.
that meant.
Now, this godly woman over here, I would hope that she's not trying to say nothing. I hope one in the card she read to say that.
Right. Was there a split in the
Well,
car?
to answer your question, things have been even more amazing since I left.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, fantastic.
I'm so grateful for a lot of the opportunities and things that have come my way. I've been traveling a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay.
I pretty much feel like a visitor at my
I
own
know.
home. I feel like I'm Airbnb in my own
I'm
home.
saying,
Right,
I mean,
right.
it's hard for us to be on the road. I'm telling you.
Man,
Exactly. As soon as I leave,
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. It's not about you. Continue.
Oh, thank you.
No problem.
So yeah, I've
Exchange
been
numbers.
doing a lot of things. I've been traveling a lot, and that's pretty much really where it's been at. I've been,
Okay.
as a matter of fact, as soon as I leave here, I head to Denver. So
Oh.
yeah,
More bragging.
so-
Bags.
yeah, like,
She get flued out.
Right.
Oh,
Get all the way flued out.
By the cup, you get them flued out. Yeah.
First class.
First class. Right. Big
I
fact.
wish they loved me that much.
I know.
but
Right.
no.
Last time you were on the show, you said that it is in 2020. The lash industry will be a $5 billion business. And we're still on track
We
for
are
that.
actually we have surpassed that. We
Oh.
are looking at a $7 billion industry.
And how much of that is yours?
Listen,
Oh,
I
because of
wish.
you.
She might be the extra $2 billion, right? You the reason why it's extra $2 billion.
I mean,
She teaching the woman.
Right.
You know what? It's the industry is growing so rapidly, and it used to be a time where you didn't necessarily hear a lot of people talk about doing lashes, or you know, I remember when I first started doing lashes, and people were like, you know, oh, you do lashes, good for you.
Right, yeah.
And now it's like
Good side hustle, girl.
That's cute.
It's okay, girl.
A little gas money.
I
that's
see.
great.
Can you do her too, girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do you do?
Right,
Like,
right,
what's your backup
right.
plan?
Right.
And,
You coupon, girl?
Wait a minute. You heard you say, what's your backup plan? You had no belief. It was like, oh, that's cool and all, but that's like a paper route. What's your backup plan?
Yeah, like,
What are you going to fall back on?
Hey, girl, you know who's selling food stamps too?
Right,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. It was
Right,
definitely that temperature, and so now the tune is a little different now. So,
Okay.
being in a position to where I'm on the educator side of it, it's definitely given me a lot more to think about and digest. Now at this point, I'm not necessarily just lashing. I'm helping other people to learn the aesthetics of lashing and
Okay.
you know, kind of putting them on the track, and I'm having fun.
That's good.
Having a lot of fun.
I'm happy to hear it. Prosperity.
Yes, definitely
Prosperity.
blessing.
I think that's in the air in this time of year because, you know, you deal with Christmas bonuses, which I'll be waiting for. But still, you deal with things, you know, in a holiday season, 'tis the season of giving. You know, things are positive in the air. Would you agree, boss?
I would agree.
Right.
And also that shirt
Yeah,
is a smashing shirt,
It's
sir.
this shirt that I'm wearing from the No I'm Right exclusive
Yes.
players only collection.
Players only
Players
collection,
only
sir.
collection.
Which
Right,
we
right.
will definitely not leave out our other customers and clientele who can purchase the holiday shirts
For $35.
for 2 for $40,
Mm-hmm.
and if you act first, 3 for $40, just for you.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well,
Is that a new promotion?
that is all.
Wait a minute.
Don't forget,
it's not even-
That's the cutting up with LA shirt plus the 2 holiday shirts
It's not-
that I mentioned at the beginning.
Well, I
of
don't
the
really
show.
care. I don't have any money put into the cutting with LA shirt. I'm talking about the No I'm Right shirts that I have money.
Well, I
in.
know that
Have
because
money
That's
invested.
invested,
You might-
right? Yeah.
you
I
might
sell
be,
more
taking
of
Right.
the cutting up with LA shirts
Your bottom
for
line.
some reason.
Yeah, my bottom line is
Your
messed
bottom
up.
line
Yeah.
is-
It's more appealing.
Right.
For some reason, that shirt is just way more appealing.
Could
I
it
don't
be?
know why.
Could you hold it up again?
Oh, sure. I'll right here, sir.
You
For
know
some
that.
reason,
Right.
this shirt
Right.
flies off the shelf.
Could it be the large acorn-shaped noggin of somebody on it? Would that be it?
It's something in the way of this shirt.
In that area?
Maybe somehow it's starting to get a little better, but we don't know. We'll decide that.
Yeah. We'll let the market research decide.
Yeah,
Let the
we gotta
market research
figure that out
decide.
I
later.
definitely feel like there's like a team meeting that needs to happen. You
There
guys
it is.
need to get on a better accord with marketing.
Sure. Right. Yeah. Like
And possibly inventory management.
you're right.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
ask some
Lot
questions.
of-
And
Yeah.
a lot to
openness.
do too with you all signs. It makes total sense.
You know
Right.
what?
That business acumen
Right.
and
The marketing.
This.
and the narcissism.
Whoa, I
Not
will
the narcissism.
not.
Right.
I will not
Well,
be
she-
insulted on
She
my
she
show.
called you a narcissist. You
No, she said narcissist was there, and I'm looking like, where is he at? Because
Right.
I
Yeah.
keep hearing about this guy. I hadn't got
Yeah.
the pleasure to meet him.
you see him every morning.
That statement alone.
Right. Should let you know exactly
validates
what we're dealing
The
with.
previous statement.
Right.
I still don't get it. Nobody's explaining it. I don't
Right,
understand.
sure, no problem. All we know is
Yeah.
LA is LA, and we all love LA.
There you go.
That's it. That's all you gotta
need
say.
in the world. That's all you need. It makes for a happy world, right?
Right, absolutely.
You can read that in the cards, can't you?
Right.
That's what I'm
See how
talking
you like
about.
made her come to that.
Yeah, it's like
You take what I'm giving you.
Right.
and make it-
Hey,
Yes.
nobody-
yeah, to eat the
Validate
cake.
me.
Thank you.
Nobody's holding
Thank you.
anything on this side of the table
I am- right.
against her right now.
You know
Not
that.
at all.
I would like y'all to know that Myra said "Eat the Cake" anime in reference to a Ike Turner, Tina Turner situation, and I am so triggered right now. I just
I don't understand
Somebody
that in
speaks.
this climate right now.
Somebody
I don't
speaks.
understand that.
right. You don't. Yeah, I don't either.
I don't
Right,
either.
yeah.
So let's get it back into the holiday spirit.
Right. The
So
positivity.
we know what Ambrielle does, and we know what Mira do. So what would Mira and Ambrielle call or describe as their holiday season?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you go first.
Right, good
no
job.
pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Hey, girl, I go first. Okay.
Right.
You first, no, you first, no, you first.
Right.
And my best friend, that's my best friend.
Right.
When you say, are you meaning like a personal definition? Or what
Yeah,
do you
like
mean,
when
How do
you
you
think when
celebrate
the
that?
holidays come around, what does Ambrielle think about? What things make her smile? What can she expect to enjoy during the nice holiday
Well,
season?
that's assuming that you enjoy the holidays. There are some people out there who
That's
have had
very
tragedy
true.
Yeah.
that don't enjoy the holiday season.
And
So we would say,
there's some people who are just insanely in love with their mother and all of that. And then there's some people who have
Like,
a
yeah.
mother and it's the only
don't
mother
mean-
that they'll ever have. And
so LA is speaking about me. But I just want to get some background to people who don't know that I love my mother.
Okay.
And LA asks, okay, we'll play out the scenario, right?
Okay, go ahead.
So I love my mother, LA,
yes, why do you love your mother?
because she is my mother.
Okay, and what else?
And she's the only mother I'm ever going to have.
Okay, I understand that.
That's
I'm
it.
not saying that that's my takeaway.
Right.
I understand
Right.
what you're saying.
I think
So
about
L-
16
LA
million people.
LA feels that I don't have enough emotion attached to my description of my mother. And it's personal. It's got nothing, whatever. But he finds
Oh,
it
wait, I'm
humorous.
sorry. This is not about you.
It's not.
Ambrielle, can
you brought it up. I just said.
I thought
Well, it just seemed like
Ambrielle.
you're on the break of an emotional broke director, so I didn't want to start.
He
with
has,
that.
No,
he has
no.
a therapist for that.
Yeah,
Ambrielle,
yeah.
please.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Like,
Yes, I do. We
okay.
talked about her Monday too. Continue, please. Yes.
I just want to put my dibs in for life coaching if you ever need it.
Oh, yeah, okay, no problem.
He
I
does.
feel like you could be like.
He do.
I want to hear
plug in
more.
there.
I've been
Yeah.
attacked.
Immediately.
Right.
Well, to answer your question, question.
Yeah, please. Oh, aura. Sorry, touching your aura. My
Hey,
fault,
sorry.
aura.
Hands off.
I was aura.
God.
Well, I have to try to console people when they come with you and all this fire. that you're
Yeah,
spitting.
with your hands, huh?
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, Handsy McGee. Go ahead.
Number one, I thoroughly enjoy the holidays.
Fix your words again.
You know what?
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
Nate,
Yeah, I'm with you. Right. I was thirsty. All right. I can't help it.
I thoroughly enjoy the holidays.
Right.
A lot of like birthdays. So my grandmother's birthday is 2 weeks before Christmas, and mine is 2 weeks after. So like it's kind of like we're Christmas babies, but
Fantastic.
I love Christmas. I love Thanksgiving. For me, when I think of the holidays, I think about time with my family. Like my family means so much to me, and because I don't get a lot of time home, when I do get the chance to spend with them, like the holidays, is really important. So,
Are you originally from the area, so all your family's here?
all my family is here. My family dynamic is a little different. Like where we're from, my family is from Mississippi.
Okay.
But everybody's pretty much based in Texas. I'm from Tyler, Texas.
Okay.
So
East Texas.
I'm
Country
from,
gas.
I'm a Tyler Rose.
Tyler Rose.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Country gas.
Oh
gas.
yeah. Be careful, she got thorns. But
Ooh,
so,
speak on it.
Yeah.
She's spitting the 16 for you.
Yeah.
She said, "Make her she got
She been
thorns, baby."
saying that since she was in probably high school. Whatever.
Product.
It still mean that. It
Right.
still mean
Every
that.
year.
It don't change.
I got thorns.
I feel like you need a mirror practice.
Right,
Like every
Yes.
day. Like, what
Yes,
time
he
is
does.
it?
I don't need. I told you about mirrors.
How many mirrors you got?
I
You just need one.
I don't need one. I got two.
You don't need no extra.
Mirror? No. Miss Myra,
Yes.
talk to us about the holidays.
Well, I was sort of along the same lines as you. I'm experiencing the holidays in a different way. I'm an empty nester. My daughter's in college.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations.
And so, like you said, we had some loss as a family at the beginning of the year. So we sort of have a new normal. I'm an Ohio transplant. I
All
just
right.
moved to Texas.
Oh, I got
in
some friends about that Ohio.
I moved from Ohio in March.
Okay.
So definitely loving the holidays, but I'm here for a new experience. I love.
So you moved in March, but you started your podcast your show in April.
I did.
So you came down here specifically for that? Or
No, I actually relocated here because I had an uncle that passed away, and he asked me before he passed to be down here with my dad, who is aging.
Okay.
And I said yes. And so I'm adjusting. Like my life is so completely different than it was before.
Okay.
I have
that's
a whole new normal. So my take on the holidays is just really different. I'm very open to.
So it must be an exciting time for you, considering the fact that your lifestyle is changing.
It's exciting and scary. Like it's changed. My life has changed completely. I am so much so that it is just, I'm rolling with the adventure, but it's exciting and scary at the same time. A lot of new stuff.
As somebody who will probably be having a lot of alone time because of the separation from your family, you can probably seek out some advice on things to do in those lonely holidays. I do have someone on the show who has some great ideas for how to spend holidays where you don't really have many I guess you would say loved ones that you passionately feel about, that can probably direct you to a lot of places that are probably entertaining.
Awesome.
There's
And
someone,
I mean
there's someone
entertaining
on the
loosely.
Is someone on the show that we have a third host or?
No, I'm speaking specifically unspecified,
Unspecified,
about a certain person.
Specifically.
Yeah. In
Right.
the Pacific region.
Right.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what you're talking about.
course you don't.
I spend time with my family
Hey,
when necessary. You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know what you mean.
Okay.
I just saying. So what does holidays mean for you?
For me,
Mr. Anderson?
dude.
I mean, I'm sure your phone is ringing off the
That's
hook.
what I can't even.
Right. Everybody
Yo.
wants to have more of this.
Between all of the constant meetings and hangouts with the CEOs.
Oh yes. And you know what? Actually, I went through all the
private parties
I went
that I
through
get
all the
invited
old
to.
shows, and I counted. 7 CEOs. 7 CEOs.
That's all it has on film. But
Right. You know 7 CEOs, and I was just curious as to what do you get a CEO for Christmas?
You know what? Guys like that,
Mm-hmm.
boss characters, we don't really do Christmas gifts.
You don't?
We kind of
Okay.
just we just enjoy each other. See, when you get up to all your wants being already
like
met,
you're already satiated. You're good.
Your only wants is to connect with loved ones, good friends, good family, and all that stuff. So I don't ask for anything for Christmas. I mean, what do you get a guy who got everything?
Right, I don't know.
You know,
I don't know.
Got my own show, my own brand, line, you know, friendships with, you know, big moves and, you know,
friends
and Nathan.
Right,
you know
and Nathan, friends and
great.
Nathan.
Awesome.
Friends and Nathan.
You know, life is grand.
Right, it sounds like it. Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, I was just wondering
because but whenever I don't have, you know, whenever I'm not on the road, going to visit those guys and all that stuff, then me and my family do some get-togethers and all of that. We like to do like a mini family reunion and bring a lot of people who stay in cities across the way, Abilene and Houston and stuff like that. You know, we'll bring them together and all hang out, do potluck, you know, do a little karaoke or whatever that goes on.
I was going to ask that. Do you guys have a favorite family tradition? Do you have a favorite, like a holiday game, holiday get-together, you know, whatever you want to call it?
Yeah, Nathan, let's start with you.
Yeah. I have some. We didn't do traditions when I was a kid.
Oh, Rack Daddies didn't have anything?
I don't know what that means. But okay.
Billiards didn't have to.
Oh, right. Oh, wait,
Lanes or, you know, any of those places you frequent.
I don't go to there, but, you know, whatever. When I was a kid, we didn't have a lot of traditions. My family is kind of scattered across the, you know, my brother's in North Dallas, my mom's in Pleasant Grove, my sister's in Iowa.
Oh, that's really scattered.
My dad,
Pleasant Grove and North Dallas.
It's far enough. It's like 35-minute drive. Well, well, I won't say that because it's recorded. but we call and you know, we talk on the phone. Like my half brother lives in Plano. I'm going to see him tomorrow, as a matter of fact. You know, my biological brother, my full blood brother, he's, you know, going to see him. Don't talk to my sister. I'll go see my father and my stepmom. And then, you know, friends. You know, growing up, I consider my friends my brothers. You know, and a lot of the shut your mouth. You are so pathetic. Anyway, my growing up, you know, a lot of my friends' mothers, I adopted them as my family. I called them mom and things. We talked about that on the show. I live a non-traditional life. I'm sorry that, you know, some things that I have alerted myself to, I won't subject myself to anymore. But, you know, I enjoy the holidays. You know, I get time with my daughter 100%. I will see her as much as possible for as long as possible. Shout out to the Lady Broncos who won on Monday. That's our basketball team. But, yeah, you know, holidays are great for me. I'm trying to create new traditions with my daughter. So that would be the answer to your question.
Myra, we definitely want to make sure that, you know, any, you know, help. We'll talk offline. Any help you can provide, I definitely would appreciate it.
Of the two of us, I want to say, of the two of us, the person that needs the most therapy is probably not me. I just want to say. I just want to say.
That diatribe you just went on.
I just want to say.
I guarantee you.
I just want to say.
They might think what they think about me, but we know.
Facts. Big fact. No, but what holiday traditions that you guys may have with your...
I'll let you go.
Let you go. Big fact.
Right. I went at time.
Right.
My family is not very traditional, and that is no indictment on what I do now for a living, but it's not very traditional. And so...
So y'all eat enchiladas at Christmas and all that stuff? That what you're trying to say? Honey baked hams.
I am a very free-spirited person. We do have, you know, basic soul food, but like Thanksgiving, I bought some lobster tails and grilled those.
Bam.
I had grilled asparagus.
Nothing wrong with that.
A Creole deviled eggs and all kinds of stuff.
Creole.
Yeah.
Speak on it.
Yes. So we don't really have a tradition.
I'm trying to see where it is. Oh, go ahead.
She said Thanksgiving.
Yeah, apparently.
So this, you know,
one time a year.
I love new experiences. So I can't say that there are any traditions.
I'm sorry. Somebody's thirsty on the side.
I am thirsty. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
My window. I told you, I'm out of my window. All I can do now is drink water. That's
Myra,
it.
let's continue. I'm sorry. I heard it. A fountain.
I don't have anything intriguing to share.
A chocolate fountain.
A lot of tradition.
Please, Ambrielle, continue.
So we have a really big family. As a matter of fact,
From Tyler, I better.
Yeah, well, I'm my brother and I are the ones from Tyler, but like everybody else is from Mississippi.
Okay.
So how your brother and you from Tyler, but your
because we were born in Tyler.
so where was your mama and daddy at then?
And they were born in Mississippi. The
So
family.
how they have
So anyway,
babies?
the traditions that we
Have
have.
Tyler babies in Mississippi.
We
Anybody got
usually
an
we
answer
just
to
get
that?
together. Like we have a really big family. We just get together. We play games a lot. My family's actually really competitive.
Uh-oh.
So we
Extra
play
words again.
white elephant.
Right. Oh, well, White
Okay.
Elephant
Yes.
gift giveaway.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So that gets pretty competitive because we like to.
Is there a limit?
There's not, which
How
is
many
the
fist
unfortunate
fights?
part of it, which is
That's
why
the part
it
that's
gets
competitive.
How many
Like,
fist fights are
you
broken
can have
out?
anything in there from like cool water fragrance to
Yeah.
like, $100.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah,
So at
yeah.
that point, it gets a little competitive.
So how many fist fights are broken out over there?
You know what? I can't really talk about that. Listen, what goes on in the house
Stays in the house. Right.
But luckily, nobody has been seriously injured. So
Right. That's
the
a
key
blessing.
takeaway. This year is a little different because my brother has. My brother and his family has had a baby.
Okay.
So we have a new addition to the family this year.
Fantastic.
So
Congratulations.
extending my auntie title. Excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did have something I wanted to bring up since we have a mixed company. I got something I want to bring up.
Don't. He's just. Yeah.
It will.
Right.
Now this is kind of quick sports hit. It's not a sport that I'm sure that we all watch.
6 and 7.
Something about it was very interesting.
Okay.
The Dallas Stars is a hockey team. I'm sure you're familiar. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I watch a game, but that's a hockey team. That's like the Cowboys, Mavericks, all of that stuff.
Okay.
Their head coach.
Were you just mansplaining?
I was.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, you got two of
Because
them.
I know what it's.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Yeah, you know.
Continue.
I know what it
Hey.
is.
You call the Dallas Stars. You can infer they're probably from Dallas.
I use my
Dallas
70s
Stars.
mentality to talk to
Right.
women.
It's like,
Okay.
the Mavericks, the Cowboys, the
Yeah.
Pow.
I got it. I got it.
Right.
I know what hockey is.
I summoned my inner
Okay.
pal right in the kisser.
Right.
To explain.
Ralph Brandon. Right.
Like, that was hockey.
Speaking
Let
of Me Too.
Like, let me dumb this down.
Hey, it was a different time.
Right. Sure.
Can't be held accountable for that.
You're harkening back. Okay. Continue,
So,
please, with your Dallas
the
Stars.
head coach was fired. And he
Okay.
was fired for reasons of misconduct, not in representation of the Dallas Stars or the National Hockey League.
Okay. So that's jargon. That's
Normally, we feel that that is in some reference of some inappropriate behaviors towards someone of the same or opposite sex.
Okay.
So, he was fired.
right.
Now, they did say it was nothing criminal, but they will withhold the reason why for the safety of all parties that are involved.
Okay.
So my question is, as ladies, if a man is, let's say, in a Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby fashion, but maybe not even to that extent, but just, he's very, I guess old-fashioned in his disrespectful ways of compliments and all that kind of stuff. Do you guys feel that it should cost him his livelihood?
Old-fashioned in his disrespect. Or we say he like, hey, sugar, how you?
Yeah,
Is
just
that what
kind
you-
of.
I got the perp- I got the perp-
Wait. Is it like hey sugar like wink or is it hey sugar like grab your butt when you walk by? 'Cause that's two totally different hey sugar.
We'll discuss both. Let's start with the first.
Could it just be that he said something like, the left-handed compliment, you have some childbearing hips, which is a left-handed compliment to say that you look like you could make babies.
Or,
which is,
hey, tall, dark, and handsome.
well, a guy didn't say it. It was a woman that said that.
Yeah.
Just making sure we're clear.
Okay, if that's what you say.
But yes, so I guess you're right. So I guess what he's saying is that whatever the comment is, the guy thinks it's okay to say it, but who he said it to felt that they were disrespected or felt that it was
And
offensive.
should it cost him his job?
Should have cost him
Yes.
his job because he didn't do it to say, well, I don't know. It's your story.
Yeah,
So-
I'm just curious. As a woman, do you guys feel that the lengths that everybody is going nowadays, these companies, these corporations, these businesses, these sports brands, and all of that, are cutting and severing ties with the individual that's in question of this inappropriate behavior?
I think it depends on if he propositioned the person and in what context that was
Sure.
in. Did she feel intimidated in the environment? Were they in a room together?
Was
and
it the
door
first time?
locked?
Was it
right?
multiple times?
Was it
Yeah.
repetitive? Did she feel like this is going to be ongoing? And,
Yeah.
So I think there are some things that have to be taken into consideration.
Sure.
I would agree. I think that you have to take in consideration the conditions surrounding how it happened. Now, don't get me wrong. We've all heard about stories that have happened, and it's like, hey, bruh, no,
couldn't do it.
No. But we've also heard about things that is like, I mean, kind of, is that really, you know?
Yeah.
But I also think, remember how we were talking earlier about the Me Too moment in a joking manner?
Yeah.
I also think this is a conversation I was just having earlier with someone, and we were talking about how the Me Too movement has kind of it's been hijacked and redirected in a different direction, and there are things that are being associated with it.
Sure.
That I feel like we're not necessarily we're not hearing the original message anymore. I think that there are things that are being tethered to it,
right,
that are kind of overshadowing what the movement was originally about. And so in that, if you have a situation, because we don't know the conditions surrounding why this man was terminated, it's very hard to say, was it warranted or not?
Well, I understand that, but I feel like it's gender specific. I feel like if we switch roles, and if a lady was to do the same things the men would do, I don't think she would be put on that same disciplinary action as the guy. I don't think that it will cost her job. I think that maybe a separation, this department doesn't really deal with this department, so how about we transition you to this department, which is far away from this department, where they won't interact? Because the same thing happens when a matter is brought to HR with two employees of, let's say a call center or something like that. They go to HR is like, okay, we don't know which side, they both are bringing up, so how about you go to you're in this team is away from you, whatever. This is your team over there. If we hear about it again, then we may let you both go or whatever like that.
Well, so this is very subjective, because how many men are offended when a woman comes on to them?
I am, and I don't think it's fair for what you're saying right now.
No. I think I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, Myra, and I agree.
Unless
with,
it's a supervisor position, right?
Mother.
A supervisory role. Yeah.
I have managed a workforce development unit, and if I came on, for example, let's say there was a young man of a certain age, maybe 25, 26, that I thought was attractive, right? And so maybe some of my favoritism or advances made him uncomfortable. I could see, if him being offended and saying, I really think something needs to happen. In that case, disciplinary action would be appropriate. But most men aren't going to be offended. I think it's subjective. It's based on the person's comfortability in the situation.
It definitely depends. I would agree with that. I would agree that I also
sprinkle
think
the Jesus.
The interpretation
is interpretation.
But hypocrisy. Go ahead.
How you doing, Ambrielle? Finish.
I think that also it goes along with the interpretation things. Like, let's just say, like you said, if I make an advance onto someone and it's not warranted or it's not receptive, it's like, okay, cool. I can gauge that and I can back off. But there are a lot of conditions where, and it is mostly men, that if you say no, no is like, it's not outlined in chalk. It's like a speed bump. Like, okay, I heard you, but I'm gonna keep going. And so now it becomes to the point where it's repetitive, and now I've already made it known I'm not comfortable with this. You still continue to do it. So then at that point, we're talking about consequences.
Sure.
So now we have to talk about consequences that are going to affect you, because people that have that mentality that, well, no didn't mean no the first time or the second time or the third time, we have to speak about more severe consequences. So if that warrants you losing your job, then maybe you should have took the time to stop and listen to what I was saying when I told you no.
So then why is it that women are coming up well beyond the time frame of when it occurred? Because we're hearing a lot of these stories, but we're always hearing it after, this happened, and then all of a sudden, me too. You know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, that's where the Me Too came from.
Because the stigma is off of it now. Like time has progressed, right? And society has progressed to a point where it wasn't socially acceptable, and people, even in our community, would not talk about molestation and things like that, because they knew they wouldn't be believed.
Absolutely.
And so because that stigma has sort of come off of it, women are feeling a little more comfortable saying, you know what, that did happen to me. I didn't feel comfortable saying it before, but now I feel like there's a climate where people will listen and accept what I'm saying.
And to piggyback on your point, this is again a part of the conversation I was just having earlier. you can't put your personal guidelines or your timelines on somebody to come forward and talk about their truth. Because a lot of the times people have gone through these motions. Let's just talk about, like you said, within things like molestation. Things that happen, they're not easy to come forward, but also you have to digest that as a person before you can openly talk about it with someone else. In addition to that, not only the fear of not being believed, but the fear of having to relive that and verbalize it is a whole nother fear associated with it. So you can't say, hey, you should have came forward 10 years ago. Well, how about at year 9, I'm just now ready to openly admit that something happened that affected me 10 years ago. So I don't think that it's fair for people to say, hey, listen, you have to come forward within 5 years or it didn't happen. That invalidates somebody's process completely.
Well, unfortunately, the government has statute limitations.
Right.
But we also know the government is trying to regulate women's bodies and tell them, hey, you have to abort a baby without in certain parameters. So that's not
She getting on it.
Yeah, I like to talk to my guests and not have you.
You see, I got quiet.
I'm so glad.
Because they were saying something intelligent, and I was hoping you would say the same thing and shut.
No, I was actually, I started the intelligent conversation.
No.
Sweating your chocolate dome off. That's all you were doing. As your chocolate fountain, as you.
For the record.
Oh, your water and shit.
You're starting the conversation.
Now I curse.
You're
FCC, I'm sorry.
We'll reveal the sponsor later. Once again.
Then we lost.
You started this conversation, but they took it to a place that was different from where you were trying to take it to.
I started the conversation.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's
sure.
That's how you
say?
That's how you do a great show.
That's how you do a great show?
Right. That's right.
Once again, I agree with the young ladies and their speak on.
You've been hitting on them all show.
Sure. Because that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Maybe I was just being a good host.
Yeah, maybe somebody told you your chocolate self looked good today, and you were tall, dark, and handsome. So you're like, "Oh, let me try these lines on some more black ladies."
Right. That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing.
I'm bowling strikes all of a sudden.
Right. 300 all day long.
See how this sticks.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Say,
Did that work?
Throw it against the wall. Well, I'll tell you what. You know what? I'm sorry for maybe I got some positive.
You can stop right there.
I'm positive. With some positive feedback, and I'm living with it for a little bit. Can I live with it for a little bit? Can I live with it for a little over an hour?
You better live in it as the girl said. I got a pole in the basement out there, Nelly South. I'm just kidding, like you just
right, sure.
On that hot hair video.
I'm just living.
I love his ability to make lyrics relevant to the situation. That's a talent. That is, I'm no shade. That is absolutely a talent.
Yeah.
Like you imagine how much mental inventory you have to have.
Right.
I think this
you don't feel it. You don't fill it with facts or anything positive in your life. So there's a lot of space up there.
Right. Yeah, you don't. I'm so glad you said that.
There's a lot of space.
I'm sure that the room in your head full of compliments said to you has lots more room to go. I'm sure it includes this many.
6 and 7.
Tall, dark, and handsome.
6 and 7.
And you probably made that up.
Hey, shifting gears. Can I give a special shout out?
What time is it? Yes, you can. All day long. I don't know the special shout.
Happy birthday to my grandmother's birthday is today. And
happy birthday, Ambrielle's grandmother.
Happy birthday. I love you.
Grandbrielle.
Okay.
Yeah, you like it.
I guess.
I don't know how I feel about it.
You need to live with it for a little longer. Live with it for a little longer.
Let me think about that one.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
But still, I mean, that was a great little interaction you had there. I appreciate that, sir. Finally contributing. I was saying before, thank you for contributing to the show. Finally.
We all read left to right. We can see what the marquee says, okay? We see what the marquee
couldn't
says.
Even find it.
He moved it on me. It's okay. Things change.
Right.
The more things change, the more they remain the same.
Right. Facts. Big facts. So moving forward,
I'd like to let our guests tag.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, were you?
I was going to have them speak on things
that
have
forward, which didn't really
in the show.
Sound like a good segue.
Exhausting.
You wonder why I go to weekly therapy sessions.
Well, first of all, you got to start with your mom about that.
Right. Well, I pay for it. She didn't pay for it. So we would like to give you guys a chance to speak on anything that you have going forward in your life, positive things, like you said, special shout outs to your family, anything with your new channel, anything with the Lash Palace, which I know it's not the name of it, but I just don't know the name of it, so
I like
call
it,
it that.
I'll take it.
Lash Palace, and you and your family and things like that. So this is your chance to, whatever you have tagged, whatever you have going on. Ambrielle, we'll start with you, so y'all don't have to fight over who goes first.
Girl, did you want? I don't know, girl.
Go, Queen.
Honestly, I don't know what else is in store. Like, I'm just taking this one day at a time. I'm just, at this point, I'm just having fun.
It's
I'm
a
living
war
life. And I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say. Oh, you don't know what to say that you
Merry
can
Christmas,
find,
Happy Holidays.
You don't know what you can say.
I
You
love
can
my
find
family.
me, blah, blah, blah. You don't know what to say with that?
In St. Louis, rolling on dubs.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess I can plug in social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
So follow me on Instagram at _Ambrielle. And that's all I got.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Like,
You know.
I mean, I'm on Snapchat.
See your lashes. And,
Yeah. That's all I got.
Okay, I'm sure Myra has more to say.
I'm sure she does.
Myra, could you?
Yeah.
There's
Please.
Myra, there's a
Utilize
camera
your platform.
there's
I
a camera
do
right
that.
there. Myra, could you please tell our fans and viewers?
I will be more than happy to. So,
you.
if you are interested in what I do, then visit my YouTube channel. It's called Healing Tea Talk on YouTube. Also, visit my website at healingteatalk.com. I am on Instagram at Healing Teology. Twitter. I have a new Twitter. I'm not a tweeter. I think it's something to do with my
me neither.
I'm not good at tweeting, but I have one. It's at HTology, and a Facebook page, Healthy Tea Talk. So check me out. Nothing wrong with just seeing what's going on, and I do offer reading specials. If you want to see what's going on for you personally, hit me up. I'd be happy to
Nathan
help.
will. Absolutely. So, like we always like to do on every show.
It's the holiday season.
Ambrielle, you had a turn.
It's the holiday
I know this
season.
and that's why I'm doing it.
Tis the season.
Exactly how a TI is. Ambrielle, not this time for you. Can I go ahead and Miss Myra? I'm going to let you look in the camera. What you're going to do is just go ahead and sign us on off.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in to Know
Couldn't know what
I'm
season.
Right.
LA #1 is out, baby. Episodes 1, 2, 3, and 4. We releasing 5 tonight. We want to thank y'all for tuning in once again live at 7 p.m. Please send all of your comments, questions, inquiries, and concerns to knowimright100@gmail.com. And don't forget to get your holiday shirts while they last. It is 2 for $40, and the first person that orders it gets the third one for free. Hey, we appreciate y'all coming through, and make sure that you follow us on all our social media formats. It's going to be on Instagram and Facebook. That is Know I'm Right 100. And remember that we are not on Twitter because we just don't have enough characters for Nathan's ego. So from the executive suite, AMWI Media
Shout out to Kenny.
Studios, we are signing off, and this is Dallas's favorite Santa,
Black Santa.
Black Santa, baby. And as always, I'm right.
No, I'm right. 6 and 7, chocolate fountain.